No, we ain't doing that again. We're doing it like this from now on. Hey, people, what's going on? Weekly show here now. What's up? Yeah, we're just being a little strange this week. Why it's off, I have no idea. I just got back. It was a little bit late today. Uh, Normally, you notice I don't typically do that. Normally, I am actually here, but it was a little late today. Can't explain why. Don't really care. I mean, care I was late, but sometimes you do things normally you don't expect, and this is what happens. You know, got good testing done. Got some good flights in. Sorry, got a little dirty, so had to clean it up. Got some good flights in. Got some good testing done. Um, so um, making an official announcement for myself after my mouse decided to visit the goddamn ground because I have no idea why, but the mouse decided to visit the ground. You gotta kill that so you don't hear that because you'll probably hear that. Maybe it sounds better this way. Anyway, was doing some testing and did get some aircraft flown and did like the aircraft. So we're on the verge of accepting it here in Silpad for IVPAC. I just don't know what it is I am truthfully going to do with it. Uh, yeah, I don't really know. I'm thinking it's replacing something, but also after the epiphany of last week's show on how I wanted to. What has that got to do with anything right there? Um, I haven't decided yet how I'm going to play this because I don't know if I really want to make a new plane or augment a plane in the core for myself. So I'm impressed by the plane. Want to keep it around. Uh, but I don't know. Have you ever been through that? Nothing's due up a fly off, so I'm not really, like contending or anything like that. But I am curious as to where this is going to end up. So we got this aircraft. Um, it's pretty cool. I like them. They're the droop snoot. I don't know if I showcased them before. You might have seen them. That one's way bigger, and I don't know how it ended up that way, but impressed with these aircraft. They fly really good. They have flown. I just don't know what the hell it is I'm going to do with them. Looking through the sheets now, which is why you don't see me quite so much, because I'm like, well, what am I trying to do with this plane? I tell you, what I'm trying to do with this plane is figure out if I need to replace something. Ironically enough, I knew I was starting off with finding something for Banshee. Banshee is on the chopping block, even with the new Type 3. Um, the new Type 3. The new is now 7 to 10 years old, but the newer Type 3. But again, like the aircraft itself is like so old. So old that I just can't justify. I said it before and I said it again. We're going to keep these aircraft down to a minimum. And so we shall. I think the aircraft's going to hang around a little bit longer because while I was looking to replace it, meaning I needed that close support kind of plane, I don't have it. So now I don't know what the hell to do with it. And that's where we're at on that. I think what I'm going to do is get this one running and then be shocked by whatever it is I happen to do. Oh, I know what I was trying to do in the background. Forgive me. what I'm trying to do is look at my aircraft sheet so I can determine whether or not in the aircraft notes, my notes, what aircraft do in fact need to be replaced, in what order, and why. So I was looking at this before and saw, yeah, Banshee definitely, but Quill, I just got done being through this problem and now I've got Quill in this problem. I need a new interceptor, although that's coming. Testing is continuing and probably going to be finished up on the new plane here. So, in which Quill will have an augmenter and then perhaps a supplanter. Oh, Novolin. Novolin will be up on the block too, approaching its 21st year. So this could either be Novolin or Nimbus's aircraft. And believe it or not, Phase 6 will be up next after that. So, but good news on that front. There will probably be the Phase 10 and Phase 11 coming. So I know I kind of alluded to that way back when, if you paid attention to updates that I did, where we actually foreseeably could see the phase roadmap planning out with the Phase 11, 12, and 13. We still can, but we're trying to get 10, 11 like locked down. So pretty much have, actually I shouldn't say that, pretty much have 10 locked down. Hasn't been built or hasn't been tested yet, but I do know what it's going to be. And 11 and 12, well, I don't know. We'll have to see on those two, because they come from a long line of, oh my God, really kind of moments. So this has to do with members and flyers out there, and we'll see. And ideas that not only have we built and flown, but stuff that we've talked about. I leave that all to interpretation. I like find things out, discover I like something, discover I dislike something, and then go for it. So we shall see what we shall see. So what are y'all guys up to? You guys, obviously some flights were out there. Obviously some nice videos were out there. We'd like to see that. My God, I had no idea that I was really like resting on the laurels of interceptors for so long. If those of y'all that built Javelin know why I was resting on Javelin's laurels, because Javelin really is, it's one of those planes where it's like, it's almost not. And I'm going to have a new aerodynamic demonstration video for you, because I've got an aircraft. Ironically, this one, it's going to have a really good video to show you like some really cool aerodynamics with the Delta Diamonds we talk about. Variant of the Delta Diamonds, because of course this plane doesn't have true Delta Diamonds, as we like to call them, that come out the back here, but they're only at the very extreme edges. Point of fact, they're at the winglets. These are crucial. If any of y'all have these are also crucial, and I will showcase that in the video. I haven't even made the video yet, but knowing what we did when we created the plane and then folded and then finished the anhedrals and the winglets on this particular plane, I knew what I was going to be dealing with. I knew what we wanted out of us, and knew that that plane, well, this plane, but the plane needed winglets like these, so it's getting them, and I'm going to show why, and then show why you want to put the same thing on yours. I'm not saying everybody needs to build Delta Diamonds all the time. I'm not saying you need to have a Delta Diamond, but I'm going to show you why Delta Diamonds get and need certain things, certain aspects of their folding. In case one of y'all were getting frustrated about why, in fact, they were stalling out or something like that. And it kind of alludes to this Nova here when we trimmed the tips, and wanted to show that off as well, because the tips being not the tips of the true Delta Diamond here, but the tips of the winglets. Yeah, I'm going to end up showing you why that is. Hey, Matt, what's up? Yeah, did you? Mother, plus bucket. Fine, just leave it alone. I don't care. I'm gonna break it anyway because I keep doing stupid stuff with my feet. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. See, internal structure? Did the internal structure like fall apart? Or you just mean the fact that the plane has internal structure? Unbuilt. Oh, it's a body? My God. You guys you guys have minds. You guys have virtual aircraft minds where you dig up and find stuff from so long ago. And I mean, guilty as charged, myself included, but I like hang most of them up. Really need the warmer weather to come around, or the better weather. I shouldn't say warmer, just better weather, sustainable weather to come around so I can get these flying so I can start weeding these out properly. Because I haven't weeded them out properly and I need to do that. Well, now I got to see this. Now I got to see. So Zeta being a flying wing again? Um, Never completed, so never having flown, but you have the parts? Interesting. Very interesting. So what 19, 18, 19. I'm just looking. Okay, not anything new then, just okay, I see what I was looking through the aircraft sheet and it's like not referencing there, but okay. So it's not a plane that you're going to actually like use per se in its previous guise or currently. You're just going to use parts of it to create another aircraft. Gotcha. I can respect that. This kind of goes along with the parts and the way we were talking about like other aircraft pieces last week. Oh, so you have the parts. Ah, okay. Okay. Man, that's really cool. It's cool finding that stuff out and you have like the aircraft like that. Um 60 to 80% complete. Huh. I haven't I haven't really gotten one to that extent. Normally if I get that far I actually finish up. So I'm curious as to how that's gonna turn out. Like I mean using new parts like that. Um it was just a variant, right? Because you have Zeta in the first place. But I haven't really this one myself, like funny, you talking about that. This one myself is probably at the 90, 95, 97%. There's just a couple more things I want to test onto it before I fully accept it. And of course, figuring out exactly what its role is going to be when it fits in. See, now this is what I'm talking about. Your steps in finding and creating would make pretty good video. Just saying, would make pretty good video. I know I said I wasn't gonna pressure anybody on that, but like seriously, this is kind of cool. Set the background music, like yeah, this would make good stuff because this isn't really something. Okay, you can talk about it. We actually have our this forum, which is good. Um, and I'm not saying like obviously any one of us, none of us practically would be have the video like on or like a camera on hand track as we did it, but once you have it found, the procedurals of going through what you're doing, to construct, build, and advance the aircraft, like dismantle that one or showcasing the pieces of it and how it was going to be used. That would be cool to watch. That's all I'm saying. I mean, like, that's not something you really can put on instructables because you're not really building it. Storage. What's up, Bobby? Storage. Palace style storage or Pryfly style storage? Oh, don't you hate, like, these are the ones I'm talking about. Don't you hate having old new ones or new old ones, however you want to call it? Aircraft that are like just like that. They're so old and yet they're not old. Like they've already got like 5 years on a built frame, even though they've never flown a single lick in the air. I have aircraft like that. I have aircraft like that. It just strikes me that I realize that myself. Um, Looking through Pryfly here. It smells like strawberry shortcake. Uh, yes, the logos. Trying to see what all I got in this business. Banshee aircraft. Sometimes, oh look, Team Diamond. Sometimes I don't code them because sometimes I believe in like leaving them alone. Um, for the reason of like I know I said before and I like to say that like you code them. Um, I usually code them as bodies when built, but every once in a while I don't do that because the aircraft I feel like they should be completed. Some aircraft I feel like they should be completed. Yeah, this one we were talking about. Date on that one is March 30th, 2010. No wings, but it has anhedrals. So yeah, never having flown. She's already 15 years old, or will be by the end of the month. Sometimes, man, sometimes. Every once in a while, there's a few surprises. J154 Javelin number 154 here, built January 14th, 2010. So another one, 15 years old, never having flown. Hell, I retired it. That's why. That's why. Yeah, I go through. These are base bodies. These are just usable for whatever it is I happen to be using them for at the time. What do you mean by phase variants, Bobby? What kind of variants? Of course, I got variants, but what do you mean? Have them on hand? Going to use them? What are you talking about? You got one right here. G584 built May 24th of. Wait, hold on. Gotta check this one. Oh. Yeah, 2010. Apparently, yeah, that's a bulk majority when these are built. I must have been on a spree in 2010. I was on a spree. But some from 2014 I see are in here. There's some from 2020. Yeah. I got a variety. It's a time capsule of aircraft that I haven't even flown yet. Damn, how did that happen? That's an Osprey, I think. Look at this. Hate it when that happens. Well, good on you for doing it. I swear to God, you definitely should be doing that crap. But like, yeah, I mean, that's why. Commissioning dates? Yeah, that's a good word for this. in lieu of a better word that I really can't think of. But yeah, it's not bad. I mean, because I don't know, like, their full build. I sometimes, obviously, I've shown you that before. Sometimes I'll put them on there. Um, I'll put the date they were actually formed into an aircraft, which a lot of times differ from the date that the aircraft was, shit, was, built as a body like these are. I don't know, just having all kinds of issues here. Those are plane hiding out in there. Yeah. A16. You got some pretty cool ones up in here. Might have to start building out of bodies out of this instead of making new aircraft, but keep making new aircraft. You want Team Triangle, Mark? NASA's looking for new aircraft. There you go. I mean, they're already 15 years old, but they're brand new. Brand new Javelin, factory fresh, never built, Oh, have you? Both of you. That kind of is a question for both of you, really. Does the how does the fins make it work? Like, you have to add the fins? I shouldn't. I'm sorry. Phrasing was wrong. I don't mean it like that, but I just meant like if you have the fins, obviously they store a little bit. Have fins to put on them because they're not on the aircraft themselves. There's a lot of them. There's a lot in my box. So wait, what the hell is a Centurion? Oh, his okay. Multiple flight Centurion. Gotcha. How many different aircraft did you build, Abby? What design? What are you talking about? You got something for us? You got? Are you saying you got like 5 aircraft? What are we talking about here, my friend? 5, 6, 7 aircraft? Somebody as prolific as most of us we usually are having to worry about, but ah, got all kinds of crap on there. I just like, ironically enough, normally because I go into testing so much, the bodies of like all the aircraft that are in active duty, there's very rarely any aircraft in here that have not been accepted. Um, Team Diamond kind of little bit uninclusive. Like, we tested it, it lost the contest to Team Triangle, which became Wyvern, and I'm still impressed by the design, so I haven't gotten rid of it. I mean, it's never been accepted, so it's never been retired, officially, but it has it. These are testy aircrafts. Oh, it's a combi pod. I know this. Yeah, I remember this printer paper was like really. This printer paper that we got is like really exclusive. It's very like slick. It's not that glossy, but it's very slick. So it's neat to use. Hard to fold though. But yeah, I should build these bodies. Can't be like having bodies like that just lying around. I gotta stop testing stuff. Needless to say, I've got a forge ready to go at any one given time. That's good to have. That's always good to have. But you talking about, Matt, like you were talking about same kind of situation, Pri Fly versus maybe just a box that you were flying before and the aircraft was like available there. This one I wanted to play with for some time and kind of forgot about it as I tested others, but damn, where was this box? I mean, dude, pushing like 20 years old. And they haven't really flown yet? My God, that's as bad as me, brother. A pick of the Nova variant? What kind of variant? What did you want to see it on? Um, yeah, what did you want to see? Like, pick of a Nova variant? I mean, it'd probably have that. Probably. Yeah, it's hard to say too because like my Nova variants are like I keep Nova pretty basic. I mean, really. I think the better flyers are the ones that usually end up kind of boxy in the first place. Is that a Nova? Funny thing is most of the ones I usually capture aren't of a Nova variant. Well, I mean, okay, they're all variants of a Nova, of course, but I do have the shot of like the four that are Chuck Norris approved. I can show that pic. Hold on, that's 210. Yeah, I can show that. Yeah, like different things. Whoa, hold the hell on. You got to get in there. Man, finding planes that old, like what do you do with them when they're like that? Do you build them and go on with them? Like I always wonder, just because like what do I do? I don't. I always wondered if it'd be like accept them or just like use them, or it's because in our industry building aircraft. There you go, Abby. Four Nova variants right there. Um, yes, it is. Good thing of you to figure that one out. Yeah, it's an export. Exile is an export. Easy way to remember that. Yeah, Matt, do you like? What do you do with them? I have no idea what to do with them myself. I like. Do you build them and use them? Do you retire them just because they're already got like 10 years on an airframe? That I mean, yeah, I would believe though, like you said though. I mean, adhesive ages, so like tape ages. No matter what, you can't really predict it or protect it. Protect it, Jesus. You can't protect it. If it's in use, it just ages. I don't know how the hell it stays so good while it's on the roll, but once it's applied, it like just ages itself. I've had to reapply tape to older aircraft before, but then again, I've had older aircraft than most people that have flown. Um, like just having an aircraft that's been like a body is one thing. Anybody can do that, but a lot of stresses get on it once it gets fully folded into the plane that it is. Yeah, right. Yeah, it doesn't take much to put the new fins on. Exports, um, I don't know, Matt. I'd almost let you explain that one because, like, I think our views of exports are a little different. While I think what they do is what we consider them is basically the same. Because like Matt, like builds it, designs it, and judging by what I see from like his aircraft on the aircraft sheet, I'll kind of speak to you and for you on this one. But he designs it probably as like a I don't know, doesn't have as much tech or has tech that like he doesn't care about using. It works, but it's not great. And then applies it to like shows it off to anybody, doesn't use it himself, and then retires it in his vein. So it's like, well, I'll never use this aircraft. So it's an export model, basically giving it out to everybody else. Like I showed you that video on the axe and how to build the axe and use the pacer on axe. And first one I truly built that dedicated, like I'm not going to do anything with because, but I had a legitimate reason. It's like virtually identical to Coyote in flight and look, not build, but because of flight and look, I can give you all the tech on it that I find, and you can add it on. I build it on Coyote, and you could put it on Axe. But it's my true export version. That is not for me. I won't use it. Um, I basically gave it a SILPAD design number, and I gave it a rollout and first flight date. Will I retire it? I can't really officially retire it because you guys are running with it. This is where it gets tricky. Obviously, like Matt takes his and he retires them, but I don't. I don't know how to play that. I mean, I know you guys are using it, so I'm not really. It's not really retired. However, I don't know. I don't know what to call that. You're torn between certain things. So, see, I think I would read something like, you guys have it better with a flying wing system like that. This is one of the reasons why I never got it. I always get little people give me the gifts, or I buy them myself if I see them, about like anything paper airplane, because there's really so few of that in the world, at least our world. In Japan it might be a thing where origami is right around the corner and everybody's flying in the park. Which is, God, it's a beautiful thing. God, it's a beautiful thing. But I never saw a power up going on my aircraft, because every time I see it, it looks like a card stock aircraft or a heavy duty aircraft or a flying wing, and you basically have to build the plane to cater to it. I mean, they would make you believe it's something so simple, but I can't throw it on everything I've got for reasons I before mentioned. Are you kidding me, Abba? You got all of India, brother. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just saying that though because like I can picture, man, I can picture so much, so much flight. I think I don't like my yard. It's hard to believe I ever thought my own personal yard was ever good enough to fly in, because I can't do it. Seriously, I have the yard in the house that I've had now for a while is basically, it's a little bit more cramped, but it's basically the same that it used to be when I was flying as a kid. And while I don't give a crap about landing in other people's yards and stuff, I truly don't. It's just paper. I don't want to go hunting it so much. So I usually pack up some stuff and take it to an area where you've seen the flight videos, like a big open area, because most of my aircraft will do just that. They'll just fly, long distances. And I've always said, like, you determine your own aerospace. Well, if it does happen to be a big aerospace, then you defend that aerospace. I always consider defense of your own personal airspace, the defense of your own personal airspace, because that's where you'll probably be attacked first. But this is to say you could be attacked anywhere. So if you do go into a big field, you find a big field, or it doesn't even have to be a field. It could be a soccer pitch, a football pitch, rugby field, basketball court, baseball diamond, anything like that. You could use any of that. Nobody's really going to care. And such as it is, but I don't know. I see, yeah. I mean, usually a schoolyard can give you like a pretty big area if you have a school nearby, or a stadium. Well, any of the aforementioned things without a stadium, because usually they like you have to get permissions to get into a stadium, but nobody usually cares if you're just flying paper airplanes around. I've never seen anybody give a crap about that unless complete dickheads mention something. So, I mean, if you have a complete dickhead around, well, that's their fault. If you're not gonna let kids be kids, no matter what age the kid is, you're just a dickhead. Really? Hey, is any part of that a name? I like watching their videos, but like I always wonder, is it Dan? Is that supposed to be Trick Dang? I mean, I know he's like otherworldly on the other side of the world, but I don't. If I'd like to say the name, I don't know what the hell to say. But y'all building it together. Red. Wait. What part of that are you trying to get up there, Bobby? Wait. Hold on a minute. I don't think all the rest of us in SMA. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So he uses the whole name. All right. That's kind of that's unique. That's kind of cool. I don't want to. That's why I make sure I do it right because I don't want to. First, I don't want to say it wrong, but then also I don't want to like say something, get it wrong, and everybody's thinking I'm like gimping on his name. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that either. I hate that. It's like we always get that blithering American kind of thing because we refuse to do that stuff. But then again, I really despise when people are like American. I don't like it when people Americanize like the rest of their comments, and then throw a little jingo in there just because they think like that's right or something. It's like no, just get the names right. You don't have to stress anything Hispanic, Grecian, Russian just because it's in there. Just say it the way you would say it. Oh, okay. See, yeah, that makes more sense. Because I would never think it was tried the way it looks. Because well, just because what you know about like any Indo-Chinese, Malay, that area, the Nisias, well, like they would never say it that way. Tree seems more appropriate. But so you got to combine development then? That's cool. Oh, Abby, you're talking about KIA's SNA 52 and the Red Dawn. Okay. You're not referring to like SMA because I know we didn't build anything. I know the names of ours. I know there's Blade Wing. I know there's Thurwin. I know there's React. And a couple others we named, but are kind of weird. That's also in the aircraft sheets, but I'll be damned to find out where they are. How big is that picture? Y'all don't usually see Blade Wing too often. Blade Wing is one of the first SMA products. Uh, I can show you that. Blade Wing was pretty cool. We liked it enough that we named it. I should say something because normally we don't name our aircraft. Um, we've always had a problem with that in the past because we're like, well, not gonna name it unless it like looks cool, looks looks I don't know developed and flies decent, you know. So Blade Wing, Blade Wing qualified, flew good, flies good, but Blade Wing itself is already like, God, she's about 17 years old. And ironically, I don't have too many other pictures of, well, individual aircraft. I do have some. I do have other shots of SMA aircraft, but I have them. They're all typically conglomeration shots. Like this is a family shot of SMA planes that we developed at the time. Blade Wings at the top there, but almost hardly any of those. They're all like almost all true tests. Hardly any of them got named. And you've seen the one top left with the yellow body. That one actually has a body. You've seen that one in flight. That one flies pretty good. And then the extreme top left corner there, that's the one built by four of us. That's the actual Scarab, which ask anybody. That one's kind of a collaborative hunk of junk. Not a bad aircraft, but not a good aircraft either. It's what happens when four people put ideas and they want to get every single idea into the same plane. It was fun doing it, but boy, I don't recommend it. It's just it's atrocious. It really is. Is he working on it? Is he working on this new Trojan? And it's really weird that he's actually operating it, by the way. Here we are, like, 12 years later. My God. You mean how many exiles does KI have? I don't know. He's probably got about 30. Obviously, 16s, he's only got one number 16. He's probably built a couple more like number 16 because he liked the way that one flown, but we'd have to ask him about that. And they'd still have another number. It would be like I said, it would be exile number 30, number 31, number 32. I don't know. I'm not sure how many he's got. If it was doing it like I would be, I would definitely keep those. It'd be what I'd be building because that's the amount of. I mean, it works. You go with what works. Really? He has another channel? Bless it, man. Every time I try to track down other bloody channels and stuff like that, a new one comes up. I would totally not. Dude, for real? I hate the way this thing responds sometimes. Who developed the who developed did you guys co-develop it, or did you, like, one of them y'all develop it first and then take it further? Oh yeah, Tri Paper Planes. I seen that one. I'm looking it up in the background now. Oh yeah. All you people remember to go look at this stuff. Um, go check out other people's aircrafts. Go people check out other people's, like, channels that have the aircraft. We try to have almost all of them in our subscriptions. So we, like I said, we can be a hub. Every once in a while, something runs in there that somebody else knows, and that's what we're talking about. But do you have a Trojan itself, or let's see this here? You know, it strikes me that that's the kind of thing. Oh, give me a break. Calling it Tree Pilot. Oh man, that's like, it seems so. What do you call it? Tempting fate that you're gonna end up in a tree. Oh, he just made it, huh? Wait a minute. If he's doing it with drones, why is he putting the paper airplanes in there? Man. But I want to see what he's got. Take a look at the background here. I mean, have you ever seen some of these videos? It's not like some of these people don't have that much room to eat. Wow, that plane flies pretty damn good. Clouds are really pretty. Oh, the Trojan flies pretty good. Go check out these videos, people. He's got the Trojan glider at TriPilot, like Tree Pilot X, as he's saying. I'm saying a try because if I say tree, I don't want people typing in TREE. In case you haven't seen the people are listening, but you're not reading along with the chat. But it's pronounced tree, but it's TriPilot, so it's TRI Pilot X. And again, he's got a few drone on there. Says he wants to feature the drones and stuff like that, but it has airplanes, so that's all well and good. I'm not as interested in the drone flight so much as I would be with the actual paper airplane flights. Although we do like to include the drones in here when we can. Not like I don't have any. That tree looks like it's leafing out. That's some freshy tree. Oh, never mind. She even does it in a parking lot. Bobby, you gotta fly where you can, brother. You gotta fly where you can. Pretty good flights. Trojan does pretty good. Oh, okay. The locking folds feature. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Huh. Yeah, but SNA 52 doesn't really get built like a phase 2. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. He's never really he's never really showcased that. Um, but I've seen SNA 52 built, and also the fact that it's like typically huge, but that matters not. Not like I can't build a big phase 2, 3, 4, 5. Um, but yeah, it's not real. It's not really an SN like a phase. I mean, and it's not that in as much as any other plane would be that you built it the same way. Aha. So yeah, but go right ahead. You know, I mean, like you build it like that. You build it like that. Is Trojan featured in the how to build anywhere? I have to make sure we see that. I'd like to see that thing one time. Where the hell? No, not. Oh, good God. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Still looking at a couple of videos. Not bad. I like the way they fly. Um, I don't know if the thing I'm talking about oh my God, some of your original stuff on your channel. Whoa, people, go back in the past. Top secret favorite. I mean, you ask for a few instructions are the ones that I consider usually top secret. And I don't mean like literally, I don't really consider them secretive, but I want to have them in my force and established before I give out instructions because I don't, like I said, I don't consider it top secret, but I just want to make sure that I know they work before they get out there and fly them because I don't want y'all building them going, this piece of crap, what's he talking about? Because I mean, I could have y'all ride along for all the planes that I build and find out that like 4 out of every 5 I build are crap. Well, okay, 3 out of every 5 I build are crap. There's one that's like mediocre, and then there's the Golden BB. But oh, his videos. Okay, okay. That's almost disappointing, you know. I was almost kind of hoping you meant the other way around. It was on your channel, but hey, whatever. So yeah, like but you did say Trojan was old, so like yeah, yeah, that's going back. We got to go way back. You know, you guys can't go so far back with us just because we relaunched and rebranded and before we finally like okay look we got to stick with one thing or else nobody will ever find us. That's why like ours like we've been on YouTube a long time but and posted videos up here for a long time. They may still be out there. But when we rebranded, we took a lot of the stuff all off and then put it all into here on this channel. So like again, I didn't want to. It's a brand, and you can't like make a brand if you're going to put it all over the place. Once you establish your brand, then you can do that. But you have to have the one, presence, the one prolonged presence before you can figure that crap out. My God, man. Wait, what? Oh, the shooting machine for paper airplanes. I saw that. He had people picking the logos. People don't pick your logos, man. Oh yeah, 2016. Okay, we're going in the Wayback Machine here, looking at that. That's pretty cool. It is cool to ask your public. I've seen it because we're going way back in there, and it's like it's cool to ask your public what you think of the channel. And every once in a while, I ask you guys, what you think of the channel. Is there something we should change? Um, I like finally developing the, like you get you know by the sound when the show's about to start and stuff like that. I like to try to get the show started by the time the thing launches the first time. And normally it doesn't. If it doesn't work, you'll never know because I'll edit the video after the fact, so it'll look like we did. uh, but I have also noticed like it does make a difference. I don't know how much longer I'll stick with these cards for the episodes though, because while the CGI makes it look a little bit, the AI makes it look a little bit cooler. I kind of like having our own aircraft in there, so I'll probably change that back. Matter of fact, what I'm probably gonna end up doing is probably picking like this is what I want you guys to fly, because I really like more shots of the aircraft through the air to use, and not just for calendars or well, definitely for calendars. I mean, the calendars look pretty, but it's gonna be me heavy because of course I've got the best shots of the planes flying through the air. You guys can get me those, well then I can put you up there. But also same thing. Like if we feature them, especially if we talk about a particular plane on the show, I'd like to be able to feature it while just something other than it sitting here on the ground. Um, I mean, while that is cool and gives you an idea, it's nice to get a video clip or get the shot of it flying through the sky beautifully and using it. And chances are I'll probably do that. Just gonna have to take some time because I can make a couple planes look like they're flying, but do I really want to make it look like they're flying? No, I want them to fly. It's much, much better. Oh, he went really exotic back in the day, didn't he? Some of these planes. I can tell that you can always tell with a lot of us. I mean, we're already a little niche market that just not everybody's going to find. But you can tell when you're looking through them that, like, people, what we're trying to do, find the search string. So, best paper planes, make it flies back, flies far, world record. You mentioned that, and you're probably going to get views. That's fine, but I don't know. Hey, had the Wyvern 12 years ago. Huh. What the hell was 12 years ago? Down 14? 13? 14. Oh, that's back when you were talking about. I get it. Oh, man, damn, that's like some of the oldest ones. He goes back 13 years, huh? I got to the end of his video sheet, so wait a minute. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, yeah, there she blows, the Trojan. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had to find it. Where did you put it? Did you put the. Sorry, I'm catching up because I was looking through his videos. You posted the link? If it's on here, I didn't see it. I don't know why. Unless it's like in the replies already, and I'm not looking at the video. I just popped the chat out. Yeah, 16 does have wide wings. He did give it that. He knows. Well, I told him like I always get a chance to tell them. I mean, like you guys. Well, not you guys so much, but like all the current members were wondering how like my planes got to be as good as. But they jumped on board when I'd already been in myself. I mean, they're at the stage where I was at 5 years in. I hadn't even built my first phase one yet. But they got in, and I was already on phase four. I learned what the planes liked. I learned what I wanted out of them. So they got a chance to kind of see, like I reached the pinnacle and was going of my pinnacle, my personal pinnacle. I reached my pinnacle and plateau and wanted to stay there. It's like I'm producing stuff. I consider like I don't necessarily need to best every plane. I just want to best the design. Like, okay, I want to if I can get a totally different aircraft to do the same thing that the other aircraft is doing, better folds, different folds. To me, I have achieved what I wanted to achieve. So, hence this aircraft. This aircraft, I'm proud of this one. This one's about to be accepted for me. So, it's on the verge. I just got, like I said, 2 more designs need to be built and tested, and she's mine. I just don't know what I'm going to have her do because the way they fly doesn't really have a role unless I want to just oust Nobelin, which I could. Got Quill's back up, ready to go. But I'm really trying to develop Banshee's back up. I just got sidetracked with this. So it's all coming for me. Yes, yeah, please do, Abby. And you too, man. Post some play videos. Oh man, do what you gotta do. Yeah. Whatever you gotta do. Just whatever you gotta do. I think I like to see him. So I wanna see him. Want to see what you guys got, want to see what you guys are doing, want to see what we're doing. But hey, great to have y'all out here. I'm gonna go. I got a couple more things I gotta get done before I gotta get to bed for work tomorrow. It's a 1 hour show. It was a good show. Thanks for coming out. We will talk on this more. Sorry there wasn't a Friday night show either because I intended to, but things happened. Actually got involved with some stuff, so I wasn't available to do the show. Oh, and I really am considering something that me and Mark had touched on. We'll try to take the show live while we're flying. That is to say, I will. I don't know if he's done that yet, but he's always talked about it too, and it should be it should be something cool. I'll try to get if I do that, I'm gonna have to have a select bunch of aircraft out, and I'm not just gonna say that I want the best aircraft there. I just want a variety of aircraft there. I want to make sure that you guys get a variety. Don't worry about the video quality, Abby. Even if you're living in the 2014s, just get us something. People are excited to see that. The 2 major things that get views among stuff like this is the how to builds and the flights. You show them how to build it and then show them how it flies. And if they both really mesh, you're going to have some pretty good views. Doesn't matter whether you build a plane that goes far or comes back or whatever the hell it does. Got that? Please, Matt. Please. I know you're considering it. And this is probably the last time I bring it up because I don't want to make it sound like you hear it all the damn time. But reconsider, like you said, like joining up on the stream or putting something back on your video channel. It would just be much better. That's all. I think it would be much better. Even if it's set to music, which is fine because that's probably what we're going to do with the how to builds here anyway. But anyway, yeah, guys, thanks for showing up. Like I said, I got a couple more things I got to get done, so I'm gonna cut this. We'll try to do another show here this week if I'm not doing anything else stupid, and I'll see what it takes to do a live fly, so y'all can experience that. Oh, you will you? Oh, okay. That will be that. I would want to see that because I know Matt's built one. He showed me the pictures. He showed us the pictures. And if you built it, yes, yes, you will enjoy a javelin. I mean, maybe you'll enjoy a javelin. Don't expect much out of the javelin because the javelin, again, that's like, I'm never advertising it to be like an amazing glider. You might just be awed with practice your throws, make sure you get the most out of your throws before you actually throw the plane because the plane just goes as far as you can throw it. So it's a test on you more than the aircraft itself. I always considered that really actually the cool thing about it. I was like, hey, it goes far, fast, and straight. Mostly because I can throw pretty good. But anyway, yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for talking with me. We'll get some more videos out. I gotta post the ones I failed to do before because I had a little busy week. It's gonna be a busy month because March always is, but lo and behold, we will be with you. So, till then, you know what to do.